Hey, RetconRaider here. Once again, today's episode is dedicated to our resident witch hunter, Rowan Church. Thanks for your continued support, and, as usual, I'll try not to get you killed. Welcome back to episode 57. Today we're headed back into House Ravenhold territory, so we can get ready for the impending noble war. Okay, we're up against 9 brigand raiders and 3 bandit crossbowmen. Looks like a nice straightforward fight for once. We'll use our usual tactics. We'll hold our ground, wait for the bandits to approach us, and soften them up with our archers wherever possible. Wojtek starts us off, sinking an arrow into a crossbowman's chest. Bunny follows up, killing the wounded crossbowman. The bandits begin their steady approach, setting up their battle lines. We'll have to watch out for those billhooks. The wood axe could be a bit of a threat, too. Rowan plants a crossbow bolt in a bandit's eye. Eraton readies his axes, begins hurling them into the enemy formation, killing the one-eyed bandit. Casorin moves up to engage. He readies his dagger and puts it through a bandit's arm. Reinhard holds his ground for the moment. Rondis moves up, readying his greatsword. He hacks through the ranks, doling out multiple crippling wounds. Janos moves in, readying his great hammer. But he misses the shot. Belfontaine begins hurling axes. No luck. Here come the enemy crossbowmen. Woah moves up, providing cover for Alessandro. And Reinhard moves down to provide cover for Rowan. Alessandro shuffles forward into a more secure position. A bandit moves up, engaging Rowan. Wojtek begins firing at the enemy crossbowman. He misses his intended target, but still puts an arrow through a bandit's neck. And Fox finishes off the throat-shot bandit, as well as the bandit behind him. Very efficient. It looks like that also ended up breaking most of the bandits' morale. Bunny is up. She takes careful stock of her potential targets, then puts an arrow through a crossbowman's leg. The crossbowmen fire back, retreating to the rear of their formation. Rowan shoots a bandit in the head at point blank, tearing his ear off and sending him reeling backwards. Eraton hurls another axe into a fleeing bandit. Reinhard finally moves up, readying his dagger. And he cuts down the one-eared bandit on our north, before plunging his dagger into another bandit's shoulder as well. Belfontaine lands a glancing hit on one of the bandits. Casorin slices open a bandit's leg, then kills him with a second shot. Rondis moves forward, cleaving through the ranks and killing one of the badly injured bandits. Janos crushes another bandit out of the way. Oh, and Janos just killed another fleeing bandit. Nicely done. Moving into round 3. Rondis moves up to lock down 2 more enemies. Our archers are up, but at this point we'll just have them hold back. All of the remaining bandits are trying to flee, so we'll leave it to our frontliners. Except for Rowan. Rowan ducks in, takes a quick shot but misses. Casorin plunges his dagger through a bandit's arm and chest, then kills him with a third strike. Reinhard circles around, popping off a bandit crossbowman's kneecap with his dagger, Then Janos crushes the crippled bandit into the ground. Not to be outdone, Rondis finishes the fight for us. Looks like Rondis hits level 14, and Rowan hits level 8. Congratulations. MVP goes to Janos with 3 kills. The loot's halfway decent. Nothing to really write home about, but certainly better than what we get from fighting goblins. We're pretty low on space, so we'll be right back. And welcome back. They tried their hardest to get away from us, but we just caught up with the second group of bandits. So that means the rest of our lineup get a chance to warm up. Looks like the bandit lineup is pretty similar to what it was last time. We've got 3 marksmen and 7 brigand raiders. So this should be another quick and efficient fight. Just like last time, we'll need to be wary of that billhook and wood axe. Potato starts us off, cutting down one of the enemy marksmen, and taking the ear off another. The brigands, undeterred, continue charging our line. Our archers ignore them, of course, staying focused on the enemy marksmen. Though they're not having much luck. Ah, there we go. Bunny puts an arrow through a marksman's leg, then fatally wounds him with a follow-up shot. I'm tempted to hold back and wait for them to come to us, but I guess we might as well engage. Roderick moves up, readying his greatsword, and he cleaves open 2 bandits, exposing ribs and spilling entrails. Okay, Osvold rushes in as well. Oh, but he doesn't make it quite as far as I wanted him to. I got hops up onto an elevated perch, then cuts down a bandit with his great axe. Vlad moves up behind him, tearing through another bandit's chainmail coif with his pike. Dominic holds his ground, continuing to provide cover for the archers behind him. Then Casorin quickly follows his example, stepping in front of Bunny and Fox. Reinhard moves up, circling around the north side of the bandits. He readies his dagger and puts it through a bandit's arm, breaking the man's morale. Henry moves up, wading into the middle of our formation. Round 2. The bandits are still putting up a bit of a fight. One of them lands a nasty hit on Reinhard's legendary shield. Fox is up. He puts a couple of arrows over the crossbowman's head. The other bandits are trying to tank us now. Potato cuts down a bandit pikeman, then gets another glancing hit as well. Henry strikes the same lightly wounded bandit with his banner. Vlad punctures another bandit's chest. And Roderick... Oh. Roderick cleaves through the enemy lines, leaving 2 dead bandits in its wake. Casorin quickly moves in as well, puncturing another brigand's arm and breaking his morale. Osvold follows up by plunging his dagger into the bandit's side, then killing him with a follow-up strike. I got cuts a bandit down, then steps over his still twitching corpse. Reinhard moves in, cutting down another fleeing bandit, then moving around to corral the crossbowman. And the rest of our brothers start converging on that last hapless bandit. The crossbowman tries to flee, and Reinhard starts methodically taking him apart, slicing open his leg. Our archers hold back, and Henry cuts down the last of our foes. No level ups, and it looks like we've got a 3-way tie for MVP. Again, the loot's nothing to really write home about, but As usual, I'll take a moment to pick out the most valuable pieces. We'll be right back. An old man and a fair-skinned maiden meet you on the road. She's twisting a braid of hair over a shoulder, glancing at a couple of your better-looking men with plying eyes. Before you get a word out, she asks if you're going to fight for House Rosenving or House Ravenholt. They said a prince ran off with a princess. Said it was a matter of love. Isn't that dreamy? You shrug. The elderly man hawks and spits. Don't bother the sellswords with your fantasies, woman. Sorry, mercenary, she gets these ideas in her head and I don't know where from. The houses are talking of war, but it sure as shite ain't over a prancing prince or some punter of a princess. Economics, that's the issue. Long-standing trade agreements are falling apart just like the paper they was written upon. Let me tell you, I was there when they... The old fart dawdles on. You much preferred the lady's story, as ludicrous as it sounded. Not only did we pick up a bit of gossip about the impending noble war, but we also spotted this bandit stronghold here. We're still overloaded with loot at the moment, but we'll come back this way when we get the chance. You lift an orc head to show Duke Dietmar von Eisenstein. The green maw falls open, its tongue lolling between the teeth one might mistake for tusks. Duke Dietmar von Eisenstein nods and flicks his hand. Please, have some mercy for my dreams and take it away. You do as told. The man shakes his head. How am I to get any sleep these days with things like that being lugged around? Anyhow, you have crowns already waiting for you outside with one of my guards. Thanks for your work, sellsword. And with that, our business in Newfarn is done. It looks like we've already spotted a couple of potential targets here. A pack of wolf riders and a rival mercenary band. Though it looks like these mercenaries are working for House Ravenholt, so I guess we'd better leave them be. We'll make a token effort to run down those goblin wolf riders, but if we can't catch up with them, we'll head back to take out that bandit stronghold we spotted earlier. And welcome back. Turns out the wolf pack got decimated by a road patrol, so looks like we're hitting a bandit stronghold instead. Oof, only 7 bandit raiders. Well, this is going to be our shortest, easiest fight yet. Here they come, rushing to their doom. And our archers are up. Let's start picking them off. Mark Richards lands a glancing hit. Rowan misses his intended target, but still puts a crossbow bolt through a bandit's kidney. Eraton starts hurtling axes into the bandit lines, landing 2 glancing hits. Casorin moves in, dagger at the ready, and he plunges it into a wounded bandit's chest. Reinhard cautiously moves forward, readying his dagger as well, and he drives it into a bandit's leg and side. Rondus moves up. He cuts down a badly wounded bandit, then moves up again, readying his greatsword, before lunging forward and cutting down another brigand. That makes him our first brother to top 200 kills. Congratulations, you bloodthirsty psychopath. Janos also just fractured another bandit's hand. Our archers are up, so they start taking shots at the bandits on our north. Wojtek impales a bandit through the chest, then cuts him down with a second shot. Then he inflicts a flesh wound on another bandit. Casorin moves up, engaging the bandits' backline. Round 2. The remaining bandits, heedless of the danger they're in, boldly move up. Good for them. Mark puts 2 arrows into a bandit, the second impaling him through the neck. Then Alessandro cuts him down with a volley of arrows. Rowan moves up to get a better line of sight. But he can't land the shot. Potato wants to move up, but I don't think he can draw any clear line of sight here. Wojtek moves up, putting an arrow in another bandit. Woah runs one of the last bandits through with his pike. Eraton lands a glancing hit with the last of his throwing axes. Then Belfontaine moves up, dagger at the ready. Casorin strikes out with a flurry of blows, cutting open a bandit's shoulder. Reinhard cuts down the second-to-last bandit, then moves up to engage our final foe. And the rest of the brothers start tripping over each other as they compete for the glory of the last kill. And round 3. Wojtek moves up, but can't get off a shot. Alessandro moves up as well. Potato puts an arrow through the bandit's neck. Rowan moves up. Mark moves up as well. And Woah finishes the fight. Nicely done. No level ups, and Rondis and Woah are tied for MVP. And for such a simple fight, we got a decent amount of loot. Some silverware, 100 coins, an assortment of weapons and armor we can use as trading fodder. We'll take everything we can carry, and then it's time to see if our noble patrons have any new contracts to offer. Turns out there wasn't much work for us, so we ended up taking on a 3-skull caravan run. It's only taking us as far as Firthwalked, and as a 3-skull contract, it's pretty much guaranteed that you're going to be ambushed. That is a lot of enemies. Looks like we'll be rounding out today's episode with a knockdown, drag-out brawl against a literal army of bandits. Looks like one of our caravan hands just lost an ear. But that's fine. Better him than us. Wojtek returns the favor, impaling a bandit's arm. And Fox kills the crippled bandit, before puncturing a marksman's lung, and striking a glancing hit against another bandit as well. Bunny takes off the wounded bowman's ear. And we've got an enemy warbrand approaching on the north. We'll have to keep an eye on that guy. There's also a billhook approaching our center line. And there's our primary target, Rodor Ravensblack. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's really carrying anything worth salvaging. I guess we could use that winged mace, but otherwise I think all of our guys actually have better gear than he does. At some point, the brigands are supposed to start bringing along swordsmen and mercenary hedge knights. That's what I'm really looking forward to. While they are challenging foes, they also drop great equipment. Alessandro lands a quick hit, then takes off a brigand pikeman's ear. Roderick will hold his ground and... actually, no. He'll move up to meet the enemy. He readies his greatsword, and cleaves open a bandit's midsection. Osvold moves up as well, readying his warbrand. He uses it to split open a bandit's chainmail. Igot rushes forward, seizing the elevated ground, but can't land a hit. Vlad moves up in front of the archers. He's itching for an excuse to use his new falcon, but he just readies his shield and dagger instead. Dominic moves up, readying his dagger. And he punctures a badly wounded bandit's chest. Casorin moves up to engage as well, impaling another bandit through the chest, and then impaling his arm as well. Henry moves up to cover the rest of our archers. Reinhard moves up, supporting Igot on the north side. A bandit accidentally shoots one of his allies in the back with a crossbow. And round 2. Osvold takes a very minor hit. Our archers are up, so let's see if we can get a clear shot at those enemy marksmen. Alessandro puts an arrow through the bandit pikeman's neck, then kills him with a follow-up shot, before driving a third arrow through a bandit marksman's shoulder. Several of the remaining bandits start shield tanking. Bunny cuts down the wounded bandit bowman, then kills another as well. Reinhard takes a light hit on the north side. Fox punches an arrow through the last bowman's chest, and the bandit crossbowman kills one of our caravan hands. Osvold just took a heftier hit there. Nothing serious, but we will need to keep an eye on him. Vlad readies his pike, but can't get past his foe's shield. Henry readies the banner as well, and he has a bit more luck, cutting down one of the bandits. Roderick misses a swing with his greatsword, then grabs for his shield. Osvold lashes out with his warbrand, shredding his opponent's armor and then quickly switching back off to his dagger and shield. We definitely need to get these bandits on the north under control. Igot grabs his axe, but can't get past his opponent's shield. Reinhard goes for the bandit with the warbrand, but doesn't have any luck there either. Dominic punctures a bandit's arm with his dagger. Casorin cuts down a bandit on the south side, and lands a light armor hit on another bandit. Looks like we're moving into round 3. And the bandits start fighting back again. Reinhard, takes a couple of armor hits. He's still holding out, but we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on that as well. Wojtek cuts down the last bandit bowman, then puts his second shot through the crossbowman's shoulder. Reinhard takes another hit. Half his armor's gone at this point. We need to clear away some of these bandits on our midline so we can start moving reinforcements up to the north side. There's another hit on Reinhard. Okay, let's take these guys down. Fox puts an arrow through a brigand's lung, then kills him with a second shot. Then he starts scanning for targets on the north. No opening, so he keeps firing to the south, and breaks another bandit's morale. Alessandro continues firing at the bandits on our south line, killing one of them, and hitting another one in the face. Vlad, spying the growing situation to our north, carefully considers his options, then moves up to support Reinhard and Igot. Igot quickly takes advantage of the distraction, cleaving open a bandit's ribs. Osvold, still facing off against a single stubborn foe, redraws his warbrand, lashes off the last of his foe's armor, and then kills him with a follow-up strike. Roderick readies his dagger, then focuses on the more badly wounded of his two opponents. Unfortunately, he can't get past his shield. Dominic has a bit more luck, impaling the wounded bandit's arm, but then he starts struggling with exhaustion. Oh, fortunately he still lands a lucky hit, finishing his opponent off. Reinhard is up. He's pretty close to exhaustion as well, so he can't shield wall. I guess our best bet is to take another shot at that warbrand. Still no luck there. Casorin starts moving to the north now. And moving into round 3. Reinhard takes another light helmet hit. And there's another hit on both Reinhard and Vlad. Ah, nice. Wojtek impales a bandit through the hand. There's another light hit on Reinhard's armor. Fox moves up to support our north line, lands a glancing hit. Vlad lashes out, landing a couple of armor-piercing dagger strikes. Igot takes stock of his opponents, then focuses on the same badly wounded foe, killing him with his first strike. Then he turns his attention to the bandit with a pierced hand. Unfortunately, he can't get past the bandit's defenses. Sergeant Baggins moves up to support our north line. Osvold focuses on the fleeing bandit in front of him, lopping off his ear. Oh, right. This is a bandit leader, isn't it? You know, his gear is so unimpressive, I completely forgot. Okay, well, let's move Dominic up to engage Rotor here. Reinhard is up. He finally lands a hit on that warbrand, piercing the bandit's shoulder. The brigand on our south tries to flee, and Osvold neatly decapitates him. Round 5. The bandit crossbowman turns tail and runs. Our archers continue moving to support the north line. Fox cuts down the fleeing crossbowmen. Roderick turns his attention to that forgotten bandit leader, but can't land a hit. Sergeant Baggins readies his dagger and shield, then moves up to draw some attention off of Reinhard. Vlad moves up and does the same. Osvold moves to cut off the bandit leader's escape. Casorin engages the bandit wielding a warbrand, puncturing his leg. Dominic lands a light hit on Rotor Raven's Black. Igot cleaves open a bandit's midsection. Reinhard takes a moment to catch his breath. The bandit leader tries to flee. Not only does he fail, but his armor is almost completely destroyed in the process. We'll do some end-of-round maneuvering here, then it's time to move into round 6. Our archers are up. Wojtek fires through the ranks, finally killing the enemy warbrand. Then he drops another bandit as well. The sole surviving caravan hand finally moves up. The rest of our archers jockey for position, looking for a clear shot. Henry moves up, and he neatly cuts down the last of the bandits on our north. That means it's time for everyone to start converging on Rotor Raven's Black. Roderick doles out a quick flesh wound. Vlad hops the line, landing another flesh wound as well. Dominic and Osvold land some light armor hits, but they're both struggling with exhaustion. Igot closes the last gap, completely cutting off the bandit leader's escape. And it looks like we're cycling into round 7. Shouldn't be much longer now. Our archers hold back. Reinhard's up first. He punctures Rotor's chest, then pushes him to the brink of death, and finishes him off with a third strike. That brings Fox up to level 13. And MVP goes to Wojtek with 3 kills. there's a decent amount of loot here. Unfortunately, this is mostly just vendor trash, aside from maybe that winged mace there. At any rate, we'll pick up here next time as we finish delivering our cargo to Firthwacht. I'll see you then. Hey, RetconRaider here. Man, it's been a while since we've run into that many bandits in a row. It's a refreshing change of pace, though it's fair to say that they don't really pose much of a challenge anymore. Like I said earlier, they're eventually supposed to start recruiting more powerful champions, but I guess they just haven't gotten around to it yet. Still, as always, I can't really complain about getting some easy loot at XP. It gives us a chance to get a few more minor equipment upgrades, as well as a few more level ups before we have to start marching against House Rosenving's armies. Since we got our second warning about the impending noble war today, that means that the crisis event should be right around the corner. At that point, we'll be rallying to House Rabenholt's side, which will essentially turn all of House Rosenving's territory hostile. Then we'll be fighting our way through patrols, fending off rival mercenaries, and maybe even raiding the occasional town. As long as we play our cards right, we should come out of this crisis with several equipment upgrades, but we'll need to be extremely careful. We're going to be up against a lot of enemies with top-tier armor and weaponry, so odds are that we might end up losing one or two brothers in the process. We'll just have to wait and see how things go. But for now, this is RetconRaider, signing off. Thanks for watching. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Battle Brothers, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website or the fan-run wiki. Links are in the description.